Breaking news, guys! Our PM, Mr. Muhyiddin, has just announced that our Malaysia's economy is ready to be reopened with effect from the 4th of May. So what are the details which I'm going to share with everyone, the summary of the PM's announcements today, and which are the sectors that can reopen their business with effect from the 4th of May and which are excluded. I would also appreciate if you guys can give a like to my video for the efforts that I put into making of this video, and it will also help in YouTube algorithm to reach out to more people alike for this video. So, which are the sectors of business that can resume their business effective 4th of May? The first one definitely is restaurants. Restaurants are allowed to open their business with effect from 4th of May, but subject to SOP like first one. The customers must also follow space when it comes to queuing. Number two, the numbers of people sitting in a table must also be based on the size of the tables. Okay, that means it must not be overcrowded, and the social distancing of 1 meter must still be adhered to, and the restaurant owners must always provide hand sanitizers for their clients to use. At the same time, the restaurant owner is also obliged to scan their customers for temperature, and at the same time they must also record down all their customers' contact and name for future easy tracing if it need to be done. Okay, so restaurant, good news for y'all. Okay, secondly, what about sport activities? Sport activities with bodily contact are still not allowed, so sorry for that. Which are the one like football, rugby, swimming in public areas, and indoor sports. What about outdoor activities? Outdoor activities, if it's without body contact, such as badminton, tennis, golf, or small groups of running below a number of 10 with the condition of the SOP will be allowed. Okay, what about social activities? Social activities including all forms of gathering at this point of time is still not allowed. Social activities such as the upcoming Kenduri, because Raya is coming, parties, rumah terbuka, concert, all these are still not allowed. Bear in mind, traveling across states is still not allowed, especially for those who plan to balik kampung during this upcoming Hari Raya. Okay, that you still need to stay at your own home, so traveling across state is still not allowed. All education institutions are still to remain closed, like school, college, universities. So good news for those school-going children, but bad news for the parents, maybe. What else? And then what about the other sectors that are not covered by our PM during the early speech today? Are all allowed to resume the activities. All these sectors are allowed to resume the activities with effect from the 4th of May, but subject to social distancing and also the standard operating procedures. Okay, and another thing to take note of is that the number of people who is taking public transport should also follow the social distancing, which is 1 meter away from each other. And when it comes to petrol kiosks, more hand sanitizer need to be provided as well. What about public transport service provider? They are also allowed to resume their business come 4th of May, but the government proposes that this company allow staggered working hours for their employees, so that to avoid overcrowding at public transportation facilities. What are the kind of public transportation provider in Malaysia? Like here, like buses, ferry terminal, electric train services, and all users of public transportation are also being urged to and advised to actually wear masks at all times. What about private sectors workforces? Companies or employers are advised to assess the temperatures of their staff every day on a daily basis, and then staff are to ensure that all their items are kept clean and to avoid bodily contact with their colleagues. And then employers can still recommend that their staff work from home if let's say they are able to do that, or probably do it on an alternate days basis. And government also appeals to employers to allow their staff with young kids to give them more flexibility to work on alternate days, like work from home on alternate days and then go back to office to work. The religious activities like Jamaah congregation are still not allowed. What about for public servants? Government actually recommends public servants as best possible to still continue to work from home unless really required, and also try to have online meetings more rather than face-to-face meeting. And head of departments are urged to also focus on the concept of work from home at all times if possible, especially during this period of time. So as a reminder again, those businesses which are excluded this time, which means they still cannot resume their business or activities, are like a business with a lot of gatherings, which is like cinemas, still not allowed to resume, karaoke, nightclub, bazaar, theme parks, carnivals where it requires public to gather together. All these activities or businesses are still strictly not allowed to resume their business when it comes to 4th of May onwards. What about barbershop? Yeah, now come to one of the most important questions that maybe half of the Malaysian might be wondering. Oh, but I have got bad news, sorry, barbershop still has got to remain closed during this time. So it seems that so far this COVID crisis in Malaysia has come under control, and it is actually good news for every Malaysian that at least our economy can start to get the ball rolling back again. A bit lower pace, but at least it is a good start, right? Meantime, still stay home, stay safe, and if you guys like the video that I have made today, I would appreciate if you guys can just give a like to my video if you have not done so, and also remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that when I upload my video again, you guys will definitely be the first few ones to get notified. Okay, bye and see you again.